Billy Martin, former President of the Royal Ulster Agricultural Society from 2019 to 2022. My earliest recollection is actually showing dairy cattle at Balmoral Show when I started off in 1951. And then eventually, whenever I left school, I became a full member of the society, and I became a member of council. I think it was in 1973. To consolidate on what had been built up after we moved to Balmoral Park. Sheep shearing was always a fantastic attraction at Balmoral Show at the King's Hall site, and we needed somewhere permanent, and eventually we got what is now the sheep shearing shed, which can be used for so many other things as well. And the sound effects from the commentators at the sheep shearing echo right up through the avenues between the trade stands. And I remember well going onto a trade stand where there was nobody at that particular time. The gentleman was from Dublin, and I asked how things had been going at the show. He said, "We've had a fantastic show. Even though there's nobody here now," he said, "we have had a fantastic show." He said, "Whenever the commentator starts at the sheep shearing," he said, "you would think you were at the Grand National," he said. So he appreciated the jazz that there was whenever the commentators were going at that. I'm not an IT specialist by any stretch of the imagination. And to conduct a council meeting by Zoom was just a little bit overpowering. I felt confident enough, but I couldn't see people and I couldn't see their reactions. And I think it made it very difficult for everybody. There were members of council who wanted to speak and didn't feel confident enough to speak, and I wasn't able to see any reaction. So I found that difficult, and it was lovely to get back to normal. It was wonderful whenever we got the show up and running again in 2021 in September. It was different having it at that time of the year, but people hadn't been anywhere and they were just bursting to get out to go somewhere. And we were absolutely delighted with the attendances. Our patron was there with his wife, now Duchess of Edinburgh, and I can remember going round the cattle lanes with them. And one of our exhibitors from Ballinderry, the Dexters, I honestly thought he was going to sell Her Royal Highness a wee Dexter bull. But the one thing that we all need to do is cooperate, because collectively we can make an impression. Individually, it's very difficult to do that. We as a society have got to encourage young people, and it's good to see younger members coming on now as members of council. I think there is a tremendous opportunity for the Royal Ulster Agricultural Society to work with other organisations, not to be inward looking, but to be outward looking and work with them. I think that's a tremendous opportunity that can be grown, and that is what I would be excited about and look forward to happening in the future.